Hey guys, and welcome to my first mommy confessionals. On my old channel, I used to do a lot of mommy motherhood types of things when I first started YouTube, which was ages ago. Oh my god, that was like 7 years ago or whatever. And I was just washing dishes and going through some comments on my blog and checking out Instagram. And it kind of sparked in me something I've been wanting to do a while, and that is what I'm doing for you now. Mommy confessionals. It's just every week or every couple of weeks I'll come to you guys with a new video talking about motherhood. I'll maybe do some mommy tags or rants, discussions, tips, whatever. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet, but I'm starting off this particular one, just me kind of ranting about being a stay-at-home mom. And this kind of sparked my mind to do this because, as you guys know, my channel is not just beauty based. I like to consider my channel more lifestyle. I share vlogs with you guys, with me and the kids. Our different trips. And if you guys have watched me on my old channel, my children were involved in a lot of my videos, even my beauty videos. While I'm in the middle of the tutorial, they'll be jumping in. And I always get the question about being a stay-at-home mom, and I always get the assumptions. So that is why I am doing this particular video right now, to tackle and kind of just discuss the assumptions of being a stay-at-home mom, and kind of wanting to rant about some of the things that are said. People assume things. So let's just get started. Now, to give you guys a little bit of a backstory about me, I wasn't always a stay-at-home mom. My eldest is 10 years old, and the first couple of years of his life I worked a crazy corporate job. I was just away all the time, 13 to 16-hour days every day. I traveled a lot in some of my positions that I've held in the past, and I missed out the first 4 years of my son's life. Now, that may not seem like that big of a deal. It's 4 years, they're young, but that's 4 years of not being there when he started to really walk. My son was with my parents and my husband, who worked early mornings, so he spent the afternoon with him. So they got to see all of those things that I didn't get to see, and it is a regret I have till this day. But so I've done both, and I've been very lucky to be a stay-at-home mom up until this point. I also work from home. If you guys have been following me, I have my own blog, which I do make money off of from time to time. I am also a photographer. I shoot weddings, I shoot portraits, I do those kinds of things. So I keep busy. I do contribute monetarily where I can, but my husband really is the sole provider. And with that saying, I'm kind of always in that predicament where people are like, oh, this is the number one thing that makes me so angry. And it is when people say, oh, well, you're so lucky to be a stay-at-home mom. I wish I could afford to do that. No. Let me stop you right there and say that my husband and I work hella freaking hard for the shit we have. I'm just putting it out there. I'm just being straight up and honest and blunt, because like I said, this is kind of a rant, but we work really hard for what we have. We have worked really hard and continue to work really hard to provide the things I have. And I get this a lot. Because I do beauty and I have a lot of makeup, you'd be amazed at how much I get this. Where, oh yeah, you're so lucky that you can have all your makeup and your designer bags and your nice car and all this kinds of stuff and still stay at home. We worked really hard for it. I mean, I would like to say that my husband and I'm 34, he's 36. Like, we worked really hard where we at right now financially to be at this place, and it's still a road that we're constantly working on, that we're constantly trying to succeed at. You know, because we're not rich, we get by. And we feel that it is important for us to, you know, spoil one another, spoil our children, take them to do things and have fun, enjoy things. So, you know, that is like one of my biggest irritations, is when people say things like that. And then if that's not the case, you know, you get people who look at you, and I'm just going to throw this out there. Family members do this a lot, where you'll go to a family gathering, and I'm not trying to pinpoint any particular person, but you'll go through to a family gathering and they're like, oh yeah, she just stays at home with the kids. Like, that's all she does. No, 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 honey. That is not all I do. Okay. I work full time with the boys all day. I clean the house, I clean the dishes, I wash the laundry, I make sure the boys are clean, I make sure everything's clean, I make sure they go out and have playtime. And then when a normal person is done their 8-hour day at work, I am still mom the rest of that time. So I think it's great that if you want to go to work, and you go to work and you work 8 hours, and then you come home and you're like, well, you know, I had to go work. I had to go to work too today. So just because I'm at home doesn't mean I'm not taking care of all of those mommy duties, taking care of the house, balancing my work at home schedule, doing all of those things. Excuse me. Carpooling with people in case they need a ride, or going to the grocery market, whatever. And then when it's all said and done, I don't step away from that. I am still mom 24 hours a day. Whereas, I hate to say this, but parents who go out to work, they're parents 24 hours a day. However, they walk away from that. They have that time to step away. I am just as busy as somebody who works every single day. And I'm not even gonna front. I was one of those parents who was like, well, I'm going to work every day. When my son was like 3 years old, I'd be like, I'm going to work every day. I work 13 to 16-hour days. And, you know, I work a hard day. Yeah, I did. I worked a hard day, and parents work a hard day. But I realized that being a stay-at-home mom, and I'm able to compare the both, I realized that I am just as hard working as a stay-at-home mom during that time while I'm at home, accomplishing everything I need to accomplish. And still, like, I sleep less now than I did when I worked, honestly. Granted, I have 2 more kids, and my sons are twins. Luke and Isaiah are twins, so, you know, it is a little bit more. They're shooting Nerf guns at each other. You know, I got more sleep when I worked, honestly, because you're up all the time. Most mothers are light sleepers once they have children. I have not had more than 2 hours of sleep in probably 6 years every night. I mean, there are some nights when I get 6 hours of rest, but they're never ever 6 continuous sleep hours. So, you know, to say that a stay-at-home mom, oh well, you know, I go to work all day and you just got to stay home. It's not what you think. It is never you're just going to stay home and do nothing. We're not lazy, sit at home mothers who don't do anything. You know, I had somebody comment once to me. She looked at my nails and she said, oh, well, you know, I have kids and I never ever get a chance to do that. And I go to work. Like, how do you find the time? Aren't you busy? And I'm like, yeah, I'm super busy. But it's all about organizing your time to the best of your ability. You know, if anybody knows anything, and most mommies will agree with me, it is very difficult. See, it is very difficult to have a schedule when you have children. even when they go to school, you're still kind of jumping all over the place, doing a ton of different things. And that's how it is with me and my sons. We're constantly busy. But once they got, you know, something that will keep them busy, then it all works out, okay? And I can spend the 15 minutes to do my nails, you know? And luckily I have figured out some good drying techniques to dry my nails. Same with the makeup, you know, I will get up early to do my makeup, or I'll get up early to do my nails when they're still resting. There's always a way. And yeah, I just wanted to vent about that because that's been kind of frustrating me lately. I've been getting a lot of comments, or, you know, over the course of the last 8 months, where people are like, oh, you're just a stay-at-home mom. And I think now it's starting to get a little bit more what is the word? You know, people want to say more things about it because Luke and Isaiah are getting old enough. I mean, the boys go to school in August, or next month, August 1st, they start preschool. So people are now like, oh, are you going to go back to work? Are you going to go do this? Well, who's going to do my duties at home? You know, who's going to take care of all of that for me? If I go to work, I still will minutely be able to pay for daycare because I have 2 kids, 3 if you count my oldest. And then I still gotta come home after a day of work and do my mommy stuff, clean the house, which is fine. It's something I may look into later because sometimes my hands are a little idle and I just need to do something. But, you know, for this week's first mommy confessional, I just wanted to kind of rant about being a stay-at-home mom. Not necessarily being a stay-at-home mom, but what people assume about a stay-at-home mom, because we bust our ass. I'm like, not even gonna lie, my eldest son plays sports. I'm running around like a Looney Tune doing things for him. We exercise every day, go on our walks every day. We do mommy and sons things together. It's a busy time for us. Like, I'd be lying if I said otherwise. And that's why I know, I mean, stay-at-home moms, I give you guys props. Like, seriously, I will clap for all of you because I know personally it is not an easy job. Do not allow other people to dumb you down or talk down about you being a stay-at-home mom so you don't do anything. I understand if you were a stay-at-home mom and you literally sat on your ass every day, didn't do nothing, didn't clean, didn't work, didn't watch your kids, didn't play with your kids. Like, it drives me nuts when I do see stay-at-home moms who actually, you know that they're on the computer all day. You know that they've been sitting on the computer for the last 10 hours, not doing anything, because you can see it. You don't see anything happening with their children. You don't hear that they're doing this. They're either online shopping or watching YouTube. I do that stuff. I'm not doing it all day. It's all about scheduled. I'll catch a video here. I'll catch a video there. I might go shopping online here or there. But my life revolves around my children, or keeping a house clean, or paying the bills, or doing everything. But everything revolves around my children and my husband. And that's why I really wanted to talk about this, because it was frustrating, you know, that people assume that they know that you don't work hard when you actually do. Or, I'm sorry, they assume that they know that you... I can't even think of what I was saying. But anyway, they assume that you don't work hard, but when you actually do. And that is me. I mean, it's a family of 5. And it's crazy. I would never ever change being a mom ever in my entire lifetime. My children make me happy. I love being a wife. My husband makes me happy. My son and my boys, my sons, and my husband are what my world revolves around. It is what's the matter, honey? Come here. Oh. Come here. Don't cry. Come, mommy. Did you eat your dinner? Look. Say hi, YouTube. Who's this? Zaya. This is Isaiah. He pinched his finger on his toy. Oh, wrong finger. Okay. You go back play. Careful. Careful, baby. My life revolves around my children and my husband. And I would never ever change that for the whole world. But if you're a stay-at-home mom and you're feeling down on yourself because people say that you whatever, and you legitimately are a good stay-at-home mom, tap yourself on the shoulder, Miss Thang. Give yourself major hugs and props, because I know that you're way more than that. And while this is a rant and a rave, this is also me wanting you to think positively, because we just need to. I mean, it's stressful, especially when family members, friends, or whatever are like, oh, you're just a stay-at-home mom, you don't do nothing. Because trust me, it is a different situation from when you work and then you become a stay-at-home mom. You go out with your regular friends. If they're busy working, they treat you differently. And I'm not lying about that. But just know that I got your back, girl. And now they're fighting. See, boys. But I just wanted to share that with you guys. I promise I'll have more mommy confessionals. Comment down below if there's something in particular you want me to talk about, tips, or anything like that, and I can... Okay, we'll go get it. Hold on. Comment down below if you have ideas for my next mommy confessionals, or any questions you want to ask me that you want me to talk about, or what have you. And I'll see you guys in my next video and my next mommy confessionals. I hope you guys like this segment, and I hope to have more soon. Talk to you guys later. Bye.